Yeah, definitely. Team's gonna poke a little back and forth here a little bit on the up front. Engage on the Muradin. Nothing too exciting thus far. And did we just crash? I DC'd. Okay. Ripperoni. I don't know if you guys can hear me, but we're reconnecting here. Apparently the internet does not love me right now. Are we back?
Just able to finish off the Muradin due to the residual damage of Malthael's ability. And then they immediately go for this separate invade. At least they are thinking of it, but eventually they decide not to, and they go back to their rotations again. With Malthael trying to double soak while the other ones are sitting in bot lane.
Yeah, Philip, I don't know if you can hear me or not, but
I can.
Okay, so my hot's crashed, so you could just keep talking. People should be able to hear you,
fine.
Hopefully.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
I think we're still streaming. I'm not sure.
Yeah. So basically, everyone is just getting their rotations. Not much has happened. Basically, the first separate camps are being picked up as we speak. They are looking at an invade here into Doki's separate camp. They are debating it, but it's a 3 versus 3. I'm not sure if they are going to continue with it. They are engaging. Diablo is getting low, but Brightwing comes in just in time to save him. But eventually, Brightwing falls, camp is stolen, and that means this was a pretty great invade, and Raynor is also not able to make it out because Mura and Genji can just jump on him. So that's 2 kills for nothing and a camp invade, so that's a really great start for the Abusement Park here.
Yeah, we are loading back in, guys, as we speak.
Yep.
So hopefully we'll be back in the game in just a second.
Yeah, so in the meantime, sappers are being dealt with, and the first altars are bound to spawn in about 15 seconds from now. Both teams are a little split here. I think, as I see it now, Genji will just be taking, is debating if he wants to take top shrine or leave it to the Haka. I think ultimately he and the Haka will get the top right, while Malthael tries to get top left. And Genji might go for the interrupt, and the rest fights over the bottom shrine. In the bottom, actually, Greyman is getting really low. He's being chased by the Diablo, but he is able to get away due to the Alex heals. In the top, Malthael is in a little bit of trouble because it's a 1v2 there due to the Genji presence, but Brightwing comes in to help him out, and they're not able to actually interrupt the Haka on time. He's a fraction of a second too late, which means the Abusement Park gets in 2 towers while the other ones get in only 1.
And we're back, guys. Sorry about that. And we do have an advantage now for Abusement Park.
Ooh, he barely is able to survive there at the top.
Just sneaking away there with just a sliver of health. That's all it takes sometimes. We'll pull up the talents here for you guys. Check them out here on the bottom of the screen. And looks like a strong 4-man push here in the bottom. No one's soaking mid. Jane are going to start to make that rotation up here, but they are going to miss a few minions. And honestly, the minion XP counts for a lot now. You really can't afford to be missing these minions like you could before. You know, missing 1 or 2 used to not be the end of the world, but now it definitely adds up very, very fast with these changes.
I'm not sure if the changes are also on this map though, because here they didn't change the fort and keep stuff, so I'm not sure what they changed there.
I think they had some of the changes still. I don't think they get the...
I mean, the XP and stuff is the same. Ooh, Jaina's
gone.
She was just trying to rotate there, but she was doing alone the rotation. She was just caught out, just barely, maybe in vision of the Genji, and the whole team moved in. Talent-wise, it's pretty similar, but again, Abusement Park gets another invade on the separate camp and a little bit more pressure in bot lane.
Yep.
Ooh, Brightwing also, he is not able to go out.
Yeah, and like I said earlier in the draft, we were talking about what team we thought was going to win this. Being able to execute with that Genji, Muradin, Greymane is really what's going to be the hit or miss here for Team Abusement Park. And so far, they are hitting with everything. Diablo gonna get a nice stun here on to Muradin. Not gonna be enough to really get any damage or kills. And we're gonna have a tower channel here by Genji.
Yeah. Gets in 4 shots.
Yeah. Top lane,
Top
Trevor
lane,
having a little time.
Yeah. Top lane is what's going for them. Maltiel is winning and it's pretty hefty, but with the Genji roaming around and Maltiel being quite far out trying to get a kill, and Brightwing has to come in to help him out.
The forced transition from right wing here. They have a 3v3 in the middle momentarily. Level 10 just around the corner for Abusement Park. Doki needs to take a fight before then. Jamin getting a little low there. Gonna get healed back by Brightwing. Diablo has those souls completed now.
Makes him quite a lot tanky, but he doesn't want to die because he loses all his souls.
Alright, and Torque gonna have a little bit back and forth here. Gonna actually fight over this point, which is kind of risky. Brightwing's not gonna have port up for a bit. I don't know if he makes the Diablo rotate again.
Yeah, Brightwing is able to get in, but still the camp gets stolen. So basically, again, a forced teleport for the Brightwing makes again a full minute cooldown.
Well, what's even worse is now Grammy is just pushing the bottom lane. Power Van doing work, pressuring, gonna have this wave pushed all the way in. Next objective's top, so it's not worth it for Doki to send anybody down. And that's just going to put them further behind in the lane pressure. Going to start seeing damage done to that fort. And probably just a trade up top here.
Yeah, both teams just pick up their heroics. It's pretty even now. Everyone except for Brightwing has locked in their heroics. Nothing out of the ordinary. I kind of expected Curse Bullet to come out for maybe dealing with the Diablo, of course. Go for the throat with the Rain and the Jaina is also fair, but he definitely wants to kill Diablo first, and that's pretty neat.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised on the Lightning Breath here. It does give some zone control. I'm assuming they're hoping to barbecue somebody stuck in that Ring of Frost. But I feel like APOC would combo a little better off of that ring or be able to set up the ring potentially. It's a little odd there. Cork, a little caught out here. Bright with teleport in. Murder with immediate stun. There goes Curse Bullet on the Unicorn part. It's going to have the Emerald Win. Split the team. Raider Hyperion on the backside is going to start to put damage in on some team. Ring of Frost connects on 2.
First with the big Ring of Frost.
The Ring of Frost is huge there, connecting with 3 members. They were able to get 3 kills there for the Brightwing. Genji over the wall. Trevor pulling in Diablo. Not going to be enough there, though. And suddenly, fights turned around and Doki looking good.
Yeah.
With control on the map.
Yeah, so now they can try to get a little bit more control. We see immediately Maltiel working on the bottom sappers, while the rest pushes in mid, which they get the front wall down. The minions will push into the tower itself little by little, and they immediately move up to top because that siege camp will spawn in like 30 seconds, and the Haka is pretty isolated over there. Diablo is able to find him. Will he get the Q in? Gets the Q in and gets some little more body blocks, but ooh, that's a big. That was big. So basically, Greyman came in, Curse Bullet the Raynor, jumped on him, and his team was there to back him up, and they get 3 kills for nothing actually.
Yeah, Genji dove in, got the reset, going after that Jaina, and unfortunately she does not have anything to really deal with that Genji whenever he dives her. And we're gonna see a boss picking up here for Abusement Park. Bottom side, it looks like there may be the channel. Tremor actually going to be there in time to stop that. Genji gets the channel in the middle. So that is going to be 4 shots going over. 4 more for the boss. And Tremor trying to stall here. Maybe okay.
Yeah, it's still a 2v2 here.
Zinnerus is here.
But I think Tremor will get it because they are not moving into him. So they get another 4 shots actually.
Yeah, so that's going to be 12. That's a big chunk taken down on the core of Doki here. Obviously, the game is not over until it falls to 0 court. We'll find out here. It's going to dive in combo.
Big fight. Diablo is getting really low. Big ring coming out, only hitting the Haka. Oh, but Genji did fall actually in that exchange due to the Raynor.
Yeah, the team's kind of split. It was kind of like, hey, you 4 go deal with Genji, and our 4 is going to kill Diablo. And we'll just trade out that way. Although Diablo's souls reset, that means that he is not going to be super tanky anymore.
His souls were actually already reset.
Were they already reset? I wasn't sure if they were reset or not already.
Yeah, they were. He is, I think, currently on only 16 souls. So.
Yeah, I'm having it up on the screen. 16 souls so far. Shaman riding that new crab mount.
Yeah, it's a cool man. Getting some damage on the Moradin, nothing special. In the meantime, Maltael is working on this top camp, and I don't know if Daka is going to sniff it out. I'm assuming he is, but he's a fraction too late actually. So that's a pretty free camp.
Yeah, it's something that will easy for Doki to clean up. Obviously, having that global ability, he can kind of chill up there a little longer if he wants. Yeah. We're gonna have a triple altar phase here. Probably see the trade on top. Although, if I'm Doki, I really think they should look for the invade on the right hand side and then try to solo grab left with Brightwing.
Yeah, they kind of need to make something happen, because if they this I don't like, because here they're just saying we're team fighting, but if we lose this team fight, they get triple altar and they end the game. So this is a little risky. Murden is able to walk out due to his after being popped. Last Right is not able to finish him off already. Hyperion went down, also didn't get the kill. Genji is going in, but gets immediately polymorphed and blown up there. Alex, the dragon, is a little too late to save him. Maltael is being focused, but big ult coming out. Alex is able to get her ult out, so she saves the teammates. Is in dragon form, so they will be able to survive. Diablo will not, however. They are looking for more because everyone is low on their side. Maltael comes in, finishes off Greymane. Then Maltael gets finished off, and it's basically a 2-for-2 trade here. Jaina is pretty healthy, but so is the Daka, who is trying to look for the Jaina, but he isn't able to get the kill. I think this ends the team fight finally.
Yeah, that's gonna be 4 more shots. So now Core is at end game here. Boss will be up in a minute 55, or the next tower could end the game for Abusement Park to take home the early win here on map number 1. Sapper Camp is up. This definitely needs to be picked up by Doki. They don't want to have any extra pressure on the map in favor of Abusement Park, but they're actually going to have to hold off here as we see a potential invade by the 3-man.
Yeah, because they have 16, so they are kind of afraid of this. Which is fair. Jaina has to look out though, because Moondin, a nice jump over there, is able to come in, but Brightwing teleports in, gets a nice Emerald Wind out, and immediately Genji gets blown up. Moondin is able to jump out, but Diablo knew where he was jumping. Is he able to toss him over? I don't think he is.
He's gonna have to go with wall collision. There's the jump.
Nice
Tremor coming in looking for the tongue on the Haka.
Ooh, nice tongue.
That's right, it's coming out. Not gonna be enough to get the kill on the Merlin. Haka trying to walk away.
Diablo is getting low. Again survives, but Lightning Breath is able to finish off the Daka.
Lightning Breath getting value here. Good position now for Doki. They want to take control of this map as best as possible. They're gonna go ahead and grab the Bottom Sappers here on the side of Abusement Park, so these will not be available. Gonna be a single altar too, which is really good for Doki here. It's gonna give them a chance. However, the boss is up in 30 seconds.
Yeah, so they have to definitely watch out for boss, but this this altar also in bot lane, they are already there. They get 2 camps in, so they kind of have to decide, do we first deal with the camps? If they deal with the camps, you should be able to get your altar in, but there's already a lot of damage coming out on Diablo, but he is already back to full almost, and that means first Boodle is out for 20 more seconds. So Jaina is able to get it in. Maltael joins his team.
Yeah, Maltael's coming down, now gonna rotate back up to Haka. Looks like he hit it up top initially. There's gonna be a flip on the Murden. Not the ideal target. Polymorph going to come out. Early ult here from Alex. Trying to burn the Sapper down, not able to, is going to keep the dismount on. Tremor coming in, looking for a tongue potential here. Murden diving forward, looking for a stun. There's going to come out on the Diablo. Tongue not going to connect. Curse Bolt comes out, X-Strike, and Hyperion.
Diablo is getting low there on the front line. Everyone else is already pretty much back to full.
And ult-wise, that's a big ult trade for Abusement Park. They went through 2 of their major ults. And I believe Curse Bullet went out as well, too. That's a short cooldown, though. And they traded those 3 ults basically for Hyperion, which, that's not great in their favor. I mean, they could threaten boss if they want because they have the talent advantage, and then let the Haka push bottom. There's a new combo on the Muradin.
It was a nice setup on the Muradin, but the rest of the team was able to there and pressure the damage dealer, so they were not able to get the damage on the Muradin and get the kill. So those really well counter engage. Diablo is now getting tonked. Brightwing comes in for the heal. Diablo has now again full souls.
Doki in a nice position here. They've held off everything so well. Going to be another single altar, which is going to be great for them. They have to fairly good control of the bottom lane. Charges to the wall. Again, it's Muradin. Kind of tough cookie to kill here. Going to jump over the wall there. I mean, on the plus side for Abusement Park, they has such a lead. They can kind of let a few of these go, wait for a double altar again, and they kind of force it where they want. But I think I'd love to see more positioning over that boss point. It's a point of contention that can end the game for them. Let the Haka do work bottom lane and kind of force the split pressure here from Doki.
No, I fully agree with you, and I think that's also why Doki is trying to keep them here at bottom as much as possible, because then they know exactly where they are. They are inside their vision, and they can just slowly pressure them. And again, they are working on these scepters. They are trying to get control over that bottom bell tower. Both teams are on even talents, but still, Abusement Park knows they are with a double or triple altar phase. They are easily at game point, so they know they can just play it safe for now. And they are still a little bit behind, so they have to watch out if Doki won't hit level 20 way before them. Hyperion gets popped though pretty early.
Fireform Race gonna connect onto one. The Haka gonna take the stasis. There comes Lightning Breath from Diablo doing damage to Trevor, trying to run away. Not gonna be able to get out here.
Yep. It's a nice polymorph because he was not able. I mean, he might have had like he could maybe have healed himself up because of the polymorph he was not able to do this. Alexstrasza gets them flipped over polymorph and she's also dead, which is a 2-for-nothing trade, and that's really great for Doki. That makes them come back, but Maltiel has to watch out here. Both ults go down on him. First pull into an X strike and he's the leader.
Yeah, so 2-for-1 trade now. Still in favor of Doki. They're holding on really well.
They pick up 20s.
Yeah,
Maltiel
get
can
20s.
Of course pick up. No one can stop death, so he's back.
He is back. Gonna have to watch if he dies, though. It's gonna be a very long death timer.
Yeah.
If that happens. But those 20s being locked in definitely will help them here. Unicorn Force gonna go for the channel here. Don't think they're gonna get the conversion here that they would like to get those extra shots.
Big damage from Muradin. Is able to jump out though. But everyone, all three of them are pretty low, so I think they are trying to back, and they will back, but then this bottom altar finally falls to Doki.
Yep, Doki controlling this lane in the bottom. Great skill here from them, holding that lane, forcing Abusement Park to stay here. And they're now rotating up. Looks like they may be looking for the boss here.
Yeah, if they can get boss off the map, that's another win condition of the map, especially when you get double, triple altar combination with a boss. That would just be very annoying for them.
Yeah, it's gonna be a double boss in, or a double altar in the top here. So they will have to kind of have a split fight here. They do have that Brightwing option as a global, so Brightwing can try to get that channel off and then go from there. Flip on the Trevor here.
Get the Haka though.
He should be okay. You're gonna have a nice tongue on the Diablo, who will eat one tower shot.
So both teams are now level 20, but depending, I think just before the altar should show up, Abusement Park should get the bottom bell tower back, which means one altar is enough for game.
Yeah, they're gonna get bottom back, but top is gonna get pushed in here and will fall.
That's smart.
So yeah, this means that they can't end the game. So Doki is gonna be in a nice spot. They have to get double altar.
Oh, but they're
pressuring bottom
moving to bot, which is already at half health. So they will. But they might have to look out for either a potential flank, or I think they will just. I don't know if they can do mid. No, I think that's, they also realize they are too late.
Yeah, mid would be too risky here. I think they're gonna go for the bush party potential. It looks like going for trying to get a pick or something here off of one of these rotating members. That's what they really have to do. So only one altar will end the game.
There goes Muradin. Polymorph, everything comes out on him, but he is able to just jump out with barely any health left. Diablo though getting very low and is the first one to fall. Muradin follows, but also Jaina gets Ice Block in, but still very low. eventually falls to Greymane and also gets the Raynor. Right lane falls, and now it's Maltiel against the world. I don't think he will be able to do this.
Yeah, Diablo not going to be enough to stop this. Genji with the channel here, going to go ahead and end the game for his team. So GG's, congratulations to the side of Abusement Park, taking game number 1 here in this best of 3 series.
Yeah, and it was pretty well played. They got like the early advantage, and when they had them down to 4 health, they kind of knew that there would be an opportunity for them to kind of be at the game point, being at 2 altars or a boss and an altar up on the field, so they could kind of force that. And in the meantime, they kind of let Doki dictate the game, because they knew it wouldn't matter too much if they wouldn't fall behind too much, and they were able to do this by constantly getting like an altar, a tower back when one fell.
Yeah, they did a great job with their rotations there. Unfortunately, that bottom left one being on half health kind of sealed the deal there for Abusement Park being able to pick that up. Guys, we're going to go ahead and jump back over to this screen. Yeah, it's the right screen. We just got to find out what map we're going to. Let me whisper. We have to find out if Doki wants first pick or map pick for game number 2 here.
Yep. Yeah, so for this game, the Greymane was, I think, a pretty big deal. It got a lot of damage in, got a lot of those kills in, and was able to pressure backline and frontline alike because of that cursed moonlight.
Yeah, definitely got a lot of ability there. They want Volskaya, which I believe is the other map that didn't get changed. Right? No, it was Hanamura. Hanamura is the one that didn't get changed. So we will have one of our new maps.
Yeah, and also let them know that they have to also post it in the match launch, just for documentation's sake, for the moderators. So yeah, Volskaya will be pretty interesting. Like prior to the live changes, so when we didn't have the passive XP increase, which we do have now, I heard there were some strategies by pros where they would just like give up the objective so they could get support camp, because support camp at that time was even a little bugged, so it would give even more XP. But that's being sorted out right now. So I don't think we will see that strategy coming out, but still it will be very interesting to see with these XP changes how this will like affect the overall gameplay, how far they can get ahead or they can't, and what the main focus will be.
Yeah, it definitely will be interesting here to see what happens. We're going to start getting people loaded into the lobby, guys, as we speak. Hopefully they won't be too long. We were dropping some frames, guys. Just let me know if that gets fixed here. I think I took care of it. I think Steam's trying to download a game. Okay, guys, we're just gonna get people loaded onto their proper teams here real quick. Swap teams. Who's there? He gets swapped.
Yes, so again, Volskaya, yeah, again, like we can talk about the meta, but is the meta still the same with these changes? That's the question. Heroes like the Lost Vikings, Abatur, who can have this global soak, and minion XP is more important right now. So how will these changes affect what we will see here today, especially because these are Division 1 teams, so they have a lot of experience, and and it's more likely that they are able to play heroes like Abatur and the Lost Vikings, which are more difficult heroes to play with. Don't see them as often in lower divisions, so I'm definitely curious to see what kind of drafts and strategies will be coming out here.
Yeah, definitely will be interesting to see what comes out. I agree with you. Vikings, Abathur get a lot of value. I was talking to some buddies that had been playing a little more than I had on the new patch. They said a lot of Zeratol and just to counter out the Zagaras that are getting picked up, and the Sylvanuses and the Nazebos.
Just to prevent them from like AFK pushing just like being able to soak so effectively, and even double soak. And Zeratul can of course roam also quite well.
Yeah, definitely. Guys, we're going to jump into game number 2 here. Or at least into the draft of it. Maybe.
Yeah, so also because like games will get easily to the late game with these changes is what people also have been experiencing. So that's why these late game heroes like Nabu will get might also have higher priority, and Zeratul is one of those heroes that's also very great when you get post level 16.
Yeah, definitely late game heroes get a lot more value now with these changes. You still have to get there though. That's the thing. Really, these changes just helped with the overall snowball potential. Supposedly, again, I haven't played enough to confirm that or not. No. But if it's doing what Blizzard wants, which is the snowball potential slowed down, that does kind of make the game a little easier to stay even. In that case, you can still make it to the late game, but you can still get wrecked by some early game heroes if you're not careful. Abathur getting pulled off here initially, and then the Garrosh being banned out. So 2 bans right off the bat here. Abathur we kind of talked about as a potential ban. Li Ming going away as well too. So this is interesting, very quick bans here from the teams thus far. Kel'Thuzad, there's got to be something known about Li Ming and Kel'Thuzad these teams know about each other.
Yeah, for sure. Getting like in both games the bans over other maybe heroes that you would want to ban on these maps definitely shows that they might know each other quite well and which heroes they can dominate on.
Yeah, well, Li Ming, no, I mean, to be fair, Li Ming, nobody wants to get reset on, let's be honest.
No, for sure. And also Kel'Thuzad, nobody wants to get like stun locked into Kel'Thuzad combo and just die straight up from 100 to 0.
That's for sure. But with the Medivh on the other side, you don't have to worry about that. Interesting first pick.
Yeah, but it enables rotations also. Because of the teleport, you can easily basically do fast rotations and get, if you soak even a few more minions, this might make the difference here.
Yeah, Mal'Ganis, Jaina picked up here in the 1-2 slot for Doki. Jaina we saw last game. Did some decent damage overall. Mal'Ganis, I don't even know if I've casted a Mal'Ganis game yet because it keeps getting banned out or nobody takes it, one of the two.
Same.
So be interesting to see how this works out overall. 2-3 slot for Team Abusement Park. I'm old school. I'd love to see the Stitches. They're going to go with Diablo and White Mane. But, I love a good kidnapping. Who doesn't love a good kidnapping?
Yeah, of course.
Third ban phase coming in here, guys. We're going to have the third ban for Doki coming out initially. If I'm them right now, probably looking at some sort of damage overall for, just they don't want to play against. Maybe another mage. Kel'Thas, Gul'dan both get a lot of value on this map because you have to fight over the point. They're going to pull off the Grey Mane. They don't want that dive buddy for Diablo, which is a fair point. Execution was overall good for Abusement Park in that last game as far as pick a target and kill them. They did that very well. So by removing that Grey Mane, kind of limit that a little bit here.
And they ban out the Tyrann again, which is like one of the top supports at the moment. Still able to heal up people just super effectively, and also the cleanse at 7 now is also really nice.
Yeah, I'm glad they moved the cleanse off of level 1. That was a little bit broken, so now balancing out, and it's a simple change, but it actually balanced her out fairly well, so I think she's in a great spot right now. The old man coming out here along with Tychus, which
so Tychus definitely is a great anti-Diablo hero, and Hacker does pretty decently well into White Mane, especially with Emerald being there.
Yeah, well, the other thing to note too is with Medivh, you're not probably going to just one-shot somebody. That's not something that happens when you're playing against Medivh. So having something like a Tychus that has that more kind of poke you down, chase you, and then get the pick, that's great for Doki versus Medivh. Thrall, Hans are going to be the last 2 picks here for Abusement Park. I like the Thrall for the Soul Lane. Hanzo, I'm not sure damage-wise how that's going to work for them. I'm concerned about the damage.
Yeah, I also don't know. I'm also curious which build you will go, because his W build got a bit nerfed. It was more like the PvE talent, but still not sure what he will go for. And then we see Blaze there for the offlane, which of course is a pretty solid offlaner, and because your opponent already had an offlaner, you knew it wouldn't be like a hard counter into Blaze, which like Leoric and Multi-L Blaze doesn't like to deal with them. And with Thrall, it's a pretty more even fight.
Yeah, more even overall. I definitely would agree with you on that one. Guys, we're going to be jumping into this next match. We're going to wait for the queue up here.
Yeah, which team would you give the edge here?
I mean, I've talked about this on stream, pretty much every stream I cast when it's a best of threes. I kind of root for the team that didn't win the last game because I like casting the third game. But in general, overall, looking at it, I really like the draft here from Doki Doki this time. You know, they kind of have that nice slower poke damage, not kind of heavy blow you up immediately that Medivh typically counters. They have a nice front line with the Mal'Ganis Blaze. And some point control. So I think overall I have to give it to Doki Doki. We'll find out what's happening because, guys, we are jumping into game number 2 here. On the left, inside, in the blue, we have Doki Doki Hots Club. We're going to have Jamin on that Tychus. Unicorn Farts playing the Deckard Cain. Gyros on that Mal'Ganis. Proxius is going to be playing the Jaina again. And Quark on that Blaze.
Yeah, on the right hand side we have Rossi on the white main, we have AIDS on the Diablo, Zenaris on the Hanzo, and then we actually have Grey Power Van, who was the Grey main last game, is actually in the offlane this time on the Thrall. And that means the player who was previously in the offlane is now on the Medivh, but I just can't see his name because he's in bird form and I kind of forgot. So it's Tremor. Yeah, Tremor, of course. So yeah, they had a little role swap because probably Tremor is their Medivh player, so they were able to just reliably swap. And also Thrall is still, he is in the offlane most of the time, but still is a pretty strong team fight hero.
Yeah, you're gonna see a little flip engage here onto the Mal'Ganis. A little back and forth. Medivh pre-placing that portal just in case something happens they need to get out or they want to go in. There goes the portal down on the back line. Kiero's going right for it, hoping somebody's going to come through the Deckard route right after. Definitely something to watch out for. The Deckard kind of counters Medivh in that way just because you can route the portal, slow it down. Maybe see a stay a while and listen at level 10 come out here initially. And this is just going to be the slow rotation that we normally see, guys, on this map. Takes a little bit to get through. So we'll see what happens. In the bottom lane, Grey Power Man having a little bit of a tough time here against Quark. Neither has went for the turret camp quite yet. So a little bit of an interesting thing as of note. We'll see if the teams rotate. Proxy's looking like he may want to rotate down there, but go ahead and decide to help clear the wave with the team instead.
Yeah, normally you want the turret camp like as soon as it drops, so it means if the fight gets a little bit extended, it might be available again just before or during the first objective. We see both teams actually now going for turret camps at like exactly the same time, so that's one thing to note. We might be seeing both teams missing a little. I think both teams will miss one minion here in the middle.
Not going to be enough to really worry about if we're honest here. One minion.
No.
At this point in the game, they should be okay. It's probably overall going to trade out with one minion missed on both sides. 4 is locked in for both teams. Support camp is available. We'll see if anyone goes for it. Medivh kind of being annoying here, saying, "Hey, you want to know where the team's at? I'll show you guys."
We see Hanzo actually went into the Q build. So he's trying to hit all the enemies with his Q. We see Diablo being engaged with the Tychus. Does a lot of damage, but he is barely able to get out there.
Yeah, now the thing to note here is, obviously, last game, Eds was playing that Muradin, so he's kind of able to just jump in and out as he pleased. On Diablo, once you go in, you're kind of stuck there unless you walk in first.
Yeah.
And even then, you don't really have an escape, so have to be a little more careful. Jaina was doing a great job of focusing Muradin last game. We'll see if that's a repeat for this one. Portal sitting down. We're going to see the camp taken here by the Hanzo and Razi on that white main. You're going to know how to get that pressure out in that top lane. There's going to be the charge, a little wall, the flip, looking for the kill on Jane.
Oh,
here.
nice.
Going to be enough
Nice
initially.
step by Blaze, who interrupts it, focus on Tychus.
Again, it's looking for the sleep. Not going to connect with anyone, but we'll get rid of my throw. It's going to be the flip combo.
Nice flip, but he is able to get some heals with the Q. Diablo's now being body blocked on all sides, dirt on his face, and he falls.
And if Diablo falls here, and that should be point going over to Doki here. We may see the quick interruption. Somebody may step on it for that 99%. But they don't have the 7, and that's going to be Protector coming down here for Doki. We'll see what they do with it. Traditionally, you are going to want to push up that top lane, go for that well. We'll see what they decide to go with. Initially, they're going to poke down this tower and the rest of the front wall here. Shield coming out there on the jam. And we will see that rotation on top. But Protector took a lot of damage, down to under half health already. They're really going to want to just focus this well, I think. They're starting to back off, which is kind of odd to me.
Yeah, usually you want to try to open up top a little, so you get the front wall, get the well, which still yields a lot of value. We actually see Medivh completing his quest, and also Troll completing his quest, so that's some nice power spikes for both of these heroes.
Yeah, some extra damage from both heroes here. And yeah, Protector not going to get a lot of value here. Just going to be able to poke down the wave a little bit, but great defense overall by the side of Abusement Park. I don't know if I agree with them going for the wall there initially in the middle lane. I think they would have gotten more value going straight for the top. Hanzo arrow going to come out. Double sleep going to come down from again. Portal's there.
Oh, nice portal.
Hanzo should be able to walk away here. Nice scatter arrow to get some poke damage. So kind of at a level lead.
That the XP lead is about half a level, I would say, which is due to 1 kill and being the middle wall. That's about it. It's not much of a difference. Other than that, Diablo is getting focused here though. With the sleep, he is able to get out due to Medivh's shielding and portal. Again, really nice play by Trevor.
Yeah, that's the hard part. Difficult to gank overall when there is a Medivh on the other side. 10 almost locked in here for the side of Doki. Looking for the invaded Thrall. He should be okay. I think he gets out. Yeah, he gets out.
Yeah, he gets out. But still, they are like a level, half a level away from their own level 10s, which they just have to passively soak for a minute or so.
It's all you can really do here.
Yep. So I was going to say, is Doki going to pick up the support camp? If they are indeed doing that, it's like pretty much the only advantage they can get of this, and the safest one.
Yeah, for sure. That's the safest play for them, considering how close the 10s were to each other. Overall, in the 10s, nothing out of ordinary. Blaze is still not taking his. We do have the Lornado out of Deckard Cain. Blaze is going to finally log in that bunker. And when you see the APOC from Diablo to combo with the Earthquake here, and the Medivh has that ley line.
So yeah, that's a nice setup over there, especially ley line into is of course pretty reliable. Therefore, I also kind of expected like stay well and listen into the combo here into the Ring of Frost, but we don't see that coming out. Bunker coming out here a little bit late, I would say, but also the ley line into APOC. The timing was actually a little bit off. When the APOC went off, people were still in their stasis actually.
Yeah, overall though, a good trade out here for the side of Doki. They did end up burning through all but one of the ults on the side of Abusement Park, but were able to keep 3 of theirs. So that's going to be coming handy here in the 20 seconds until this next fight. Obviously, the cooldowns, they are a bit long, but not the end of the world. They will be able to still fight over this point with that advantage. Diablo portal here, not going to go in. That's going to be double turrets and a heal pulse available for Doki. Could spell trouble here. This is sleep.
And get the sleep on Diablo. He is not able to get out.
No, he is not. Keros going in, getting some damage, kind of pushing the team back here. Diablo did have souls, so he's a little bit squishier now, but he is back in action already. And, you know, at this point, does Abusement Park just give and soak? You know, 13's a half level away here for Doki Doki.
Yeah.
Obviously, you're going to have ults up in a second for the projector. Maybe go for an engage. If it doesn't work out, just back off and get on the quick stuff. But you can't let this channel happen as long as possible. Like, you need to go or don't go.
Yeah.
Pick one.
Yeah,
you can't have too much back and forth here.
Yeah, and oh, we see Leyline coming out with
APOC?
the Dragon's Arrow. APOC little late, but gets Jaina on the edge actually, which means she is being the focus target here. She's not able to get into the bunker and she eventually falls. However, quick return kill on Diablo and Troll maybe.
Yeah, they're all not going to make it out either. That's going to be the double kill here for the side of Doki Doki. And this is what we talked about. Okay, they got they fought, they didn't win. They got to get the soak going here.
Yeah, yeah, of course. And especially I think the item advantage was pretty big here. Like they were able to get Jaina. I mean the combo was not perfect. Leyline only hit one. Dragon's Arrow only hit one, but the APOC was able just barely to follow up on the Jaina, so it was enough to kill her. Oh, Blaze is getting really low here, but he is able to make it out while Medivh is also just able to get out. So everyone's really low, like Diablo is
oh, Hanzo!
Tychus, but Hanzo is the first one to fall, and Diablo might also fall here because of the protector. So well, they were maybe a little bit blinded by those HP levels. They thought, oh, three heroes, maybe not even a third of their health left. Let's just quickly finish them off. But then they were the guys that got finished off.
Yeah, and they still don't have their 13s. You know, so they're going to be fighting down talent events. Obviously, this fort not going to provide any XP anymore.
Yeah,
we'll start getting catapults.
Yeah, but still, like people are so used to what the game used to be before today, actually. So I kind of feel that they are still stuck in that because they didn't soak mid and bot for so long, and that means they're now 2 levels behind in XP. Well, yeah, they tried to like get on the point and defend that bottom top fort, but top fort doesn't matter. Like in the long run it matters, but in the short run those minion XP is way more valuable.
Yeah, definitely way more valuable. You actually see Jaina sitting up top to catch that wave that Thrall pushed in, so they don't fall behind, so that they can stay ahead on that experience lead. Protector gonna pop up here and go down. Overall, nice push in there from the side of Doki Doki. Abusement Park is going to lock in those 13s finally. Those will be on the bottom of the screen for you. A little bit of a fight here. Diablo that has the unstoppable popped. Double sleep. Portal
Good
down.
engagement out there.
Tornado.
Bunker down. Tornado gets Diablo out in the far field. And he eventually falls. And we again see a missed timing of heroics.
Yeah,
we see Leyline and Arrow coming out at the same time, so Arrow just whoops by.
Yeah, a little missed synergy there, unfortunately for the side of Abusement Park. And Doki Doki are going to take advantage of that. They're going to go ahead and grab this fortification camp, get that turret picked up so they can start getting ahead on those items again. Their own camp is available, and they get the 16 from the trickle down.
Yeah, and it's also not only the items, but also camps give you XP by taking and not by defending, and of course items can even be defended. So stealing camps is like a great source of XP now too, because you have minions and camps as like the main source, because you don't have structures, only passive structure XP, which doesn't yield you anything immediately.
Yeah, that passive XP is going to be helping a little bit here for Doki Doki. And the soak just needs to happen here. And I feel like this is something that comes into play. You know, it was talked about a little bit by the pro scene. I'm not sure how much we'll see it in Heroes Lounge, at least initially. But the thing to do now is going to be to stall these waves out and just kind of let them push up to your wall and soak safely. You know, that's what we may need to see happen here by Abusement Park. No, it's not any fun at all. I will completely agree with that. But you kind of just have to hold it as close to your structures as you can, and so you can soak safely and kind of catch up on experience, force the other team into a bad position. Proxy is starting to poke this down. Minion waves here. Odin is available too if they really want to confirm this, but they won't need it here. Now catapults start pushing into this middle lane now every third wave. Top lane, we're going to see the kind of push out here by this camp. They're all soaking
Still,
bottom a little bit.
Diablo is quite late. They missed like again another wave there up top. In bot they are missing XP, so yeah, they are still looking for the level 16 here, but they are missing minion waves left and right, and that's not good for them.
They're missing mini waves, and now this fort's gonna fall on the bottom. Obviously, no experience, like we keep saying, but it starts with catapults pushing, and that's gonna force the team to have to respond at some point during this game.
And the longer this games get drawn out, like the passive XP of 3/4 being down is over time will yield quite an advantage, and if you are already quite far ahead, this is even more beneficial for you. We see like a little bit of a counter push in top, just getting the wall, but only the wall gets XP, so after the wall they immediately get out.
Yeah, we're gonna see the back off here. Odin was used, which is kind of a downer here. That's gonna be down for 75 seconds, but really they picked it more up for that siege potential than the team fight. I feel Portal initially put down here. We'll see wherever
so
they
I think
put the other one.
This is key. This is even talent theirs finally for Abusement Park, so they have to make it happen.
Yeah, this is the place to do it. Tremor in the back line, gonna get a ley line on the 4.
APOC. Arrow is right. APOC not that much. Bunker is able to come out. A nice return by Jaina with the Ring of Frost. Thrall is the first one to fall. Everyone is very, very low though on both sides now.
Yeah,
nice route into sleep. Hanzo is chasing and he is able to nag a few kills, so it's a 2-for-2 trade at the moment with Hanzo falling and Medivh too, so Whitemane won't be able to make it.
Yeah, Whitemane needs to run. Now, something interesting here that I missed while Rossi tries to stall here.
Yeah,
eventually staggers that death timer a little more. Mal'Ganis took blind as a bat at 16.
Ooh.
I noticed that. I'm like, what's going on there? And I look down and it's blind as a bat. It's come out here, guys. So another first for me here. Not counting to Mal'Ganis, and now Mal'Ganis with blind as a bat. Definitely can get value over these points, though. I like the combos.
Like in points, you kind of know where the team is most likely going to be, so you can just hammer it down. And they will pick up level 20s also with this, actually. So they might even try to see if they can end off this, because they already have a catapult here, because that's due to the fort being down and they get to keep from it. I don't think they will be going to the core, because Protector's already at half health. It's all 5 are back. So I'm not sure what they are planning with this Protector. Maybe just opening mid.
Opening mid or looking for a kill here. Looks
or
like
getting a kill
initially.
Yeah, Diablo is very low. He is actually falling.
Yeah, Diablo falls, has the souls, will be back up momentarily. Great power man. Gonna get escaped thanks to Tremor with a beautiful ley line here.
Yeah, Medivh is really doing his all to like keep him alive.
Yeah, Medivh doing work here, keeping his team up as best as possible. Jaina still has not chosen a level 20 quite yet. Obviously, we're going to have the upgrade for the Odin and get that big red button coming out here for that extra damage.
Yeah, we see a lot of heroic upgrades, the bunker upgrade and also the carrion swarm upgrade, which means that they, after you carrion swarm, the bats will seek out seek out opponents and get them to sleep.
Pressure all over the map here from Doki. Abusement Park gonna have to try to soak this as best as possible. I'd love to see somebody sitting in the bottom lane. Medivh does get XP soak even in bird form, but because he's not really killing the waves, I feel like it'd be better value to kind of sit in the bottom.
Yeah, I think because bottom is just being pushed in, Thrall is still on time here. He might have missed like the first 2 minions, but he didn't miss too much. He gets 2 waves here. So they didn't miss too much actually in bot lane. And as you can see, they're now 1 level away from level 20. So they should be able to reach it as long as Doki is not going to try to finish this. They are looking here at top keep though. I'm not sure, they are not backed up by a wave, so they might just have to back off.
Yeah, but just a little poke on that tower is good for them. Any kind of extra pressure they can earn here on the map is going to be a better spot for them. So I definitely love that they're kind of just sitting in this lane, saying, "Hey, you have to respond to us here. You guys need to soak, but you can't. So we're gonna push in here, and you guys either have to respond or not continue."
Yep. Yeah. So they again pushing the top keep. They should be able to get out safely, and while they might not have gotten the top keep, they denied like a lot. They even forced a turret down, which means quite a big deal of resources down. They pop Odin, so that does mean to me that they will be getting this top keep for sure. But still, oh, nice ley line coming out. Bunker is also being dropped. Earthquake is being dropped. A lot of heroics are being dropped here over this top keep, but nobody really is in any danger.
Okay, it's a little deep there. Apoc gonna come out, connect on to 3. Hanzo whiffs on the arrow though. Kyros is gonna fall finally, but the keep falls.
Yeah, so they get the keep. Only Mal'Ganis falls. They Abusement Park picks up level 20 finally though, which is pretty big. So yeah. So now we kind of see this. There are almost two levels ahead, but they are both at level 20, and one team has all structures left, and one team only has 1 keep left.
Yeah, this is the tough part. You know, they have the even talent tiers, but can they hold the fight? Obviously, Doki doesn't even need to fight. They can sit here. I mean, they can even give this protector up completely if they want to. They do not have to fight over it whatsoever. But 10 seconds or so on Mal'Ganis respawn, and the ult will be up completely with Odin in about 10 seconds now.
Yeah.
As we see those countdowns in the top. So no reason to fight. Kata's pushing top and bottom. Camp pushing top with the catapult. It's gonna have to be responded to. Hanzo gonna start to go back.
Hanzo will do that. And that means like as soon as they know Hanzo is back there, they can try to engage here. And I think they will be just in time before the protector is at full 100%, as they are doing that right now. And Hanzo did choose play of the game, so if he lands his arrow perfectly, then he is able to immediately get back to his team. So in that sense, Hanzo is a good hero to deal with those catapults in the core.
Yeah, definitely. It's almost like having the hunt with Illidan. You can kind of just come in whenever your team needs you in those late game fights. So yeah, good choice to have Hanzo be the one that's off and kicking. Looks like a potential pickup on the turret camp on the right hand side for Abusement Park.
And they pick up the top camp. Because this just gets them that camp out in the wave, which means the catapult won't be on core for quite some time.
Yeah, definitely will help stall. Hanzo going to clean up bottom lane one more time. He is able to take the conveyor belt up to fight over this. Odin going to come out early here. Big red button. Portal ley line on the backside. Going to connect to 3 people. Apoc coming out. Here comes the Hanzo arrow.
Nice.
Play of the game.
A little.
Jenny gets the ring down. We're going to see a lot of damage from Big Red Button though. Bunker coming out.
Diablo still very low. Deckard is the one who falls though, so it's first kill. Troll falls in return. Diablo is again very, very low. So is most of that team. Whiteman falls. Tychus falls.
Tychus falls. There's going to be the sleep coming out.
Diablo
There's
falls.
the double kill. There's going to be the Apoc coming out.
Is able to make it out, but yeah, this is a 3-for-2 trade, and they are able to get the protected Doki, which I think they will walk it straight to core.
Really, it's a 2-for-4 trade because Diablo souls did reset.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, they definitely need to go core here. I don't know if I agree with walking right through the middle. Obviously, it is the fastest path to their objective, but did chunk it down some.
And also, Blaze is also like Diablo kind of prevents him from going core, so it's basically Hanzo versus Protector here. While the Protector is shredding this core, so I think they will still be taking it, especially Blaze is now there. He has the bunker, so even when they get out of this Protector, if it would fall, which it doesn't, he has bunker. So this is going over Doki, and this means we get to game 3 as you wanted.
Yeah, we do get that game 3, so I am a happy caster as always. Never complained about a game 3. Quick look at the stats screen for you guys. I love that. I love the new toy background for this event. I love it.
Yeah.
Taika is sitting at 72,000 hero damage. Right behind him is Hanzo at 71,000. So both heroes doing work overall. You know, at this point, I don't know what you're thinking, but for me, I feel like I don't want to see the Diablo out of Abusement Park anymore. I feel like it just does not work well for them in the overall. So we'll see if they pull it out here again, but I didn't like it for them.
No, I like the Muradin more. I think you already mentioned this during the game. When you go in with Diablo, you go all in. While with Muradin, if you save your jump, you can also always have that jump out. While Diablo doesn't really have an escape tool, only if there's like a minions or something along in his path, which usually there aren't, especially not over where and that hurt him like a lot in this game actually. And also in this game there was a lot of combos missed. Like the idea was great, Leyline, Apoc, and then Hanzo Arrow. That locks people down for a few seconds, but we saw a lot of times either just an arrow whooshing by as people were still in the Leyline, or the Apoc and the arrow at the same time. And I expect a little bit more coordination of Abusement Park here.
Yeah, definitely. And real quick, Bahamut, thank you for that host, man. Guys, welcome to the channel. We are waiting for the map for game number 3. Teams are tied up here 1-1 between Doki Hots Club and Abusement Park. This is going to be Division 1. Hope you guys had a good game overall. And yeah, we're just waiting on the map. They want first pick, so we'll hit up the other team, find out what they want. And as soon as we get that map pick, we'll be good to go.
Yeah, I'm curious which map we will be going to though. Yeah, especially as we already mentioned a few times with these changes, all the maps are different. Of course, some maps are affected more than others are. I think for Skya it still played out decently similar. Yeah.
Alright guys, well we know where we're going. We are going to be going to Tomb of the Spider Queen. We're going to get the teams in the lobby here and get rocking and rolling with game number 3. See who wins it out overall. And Abusement Park, they won with the first pick here, so they will have that wonderful spot. I know there can be a lot of split decision as far as what's better. You know, a lot of people in the pro scene like to go more with that first pick generally. I personally always love having map pick because you get to choose where you're going, first of all, so you can kind of plan out ahead of time. The other thing I really like is I like being able to counter on that last pick. So you notice in the draft that you end up with the one extra pick after the other team is totally picked. So if you draft right, you can kind of counter out whatever the enemy team picks up. And I love that ability.
No, for sure, I agree with you. The only thing is that as of today, and sorry if I'm still saying it so much, because of these changes, the maps play so differently. So that's might be like in favor of saying, oh, maybe we will get first pick, because every map is a little different and we might not have a map that we were so comfortable with. We might not be able to play it the same way we were used to.
Yeah, and that's where I'm thinking more of a overall they may have a plan coming into this, because that's definitely an option. Guys, teams are in here. We're going to see if they're ready or not. If so, we will jump into this game. Yeah, Penelope Games, we do have EU representing. Fallop here, joining me tonight. Set him as captain. There we go. Alright guys, jumping into the draft possibly. Game number 3, running it down all the way to the end here with these two teams. First pick and man gonna go over to the side of Abusement Park. We'll see what they decide to go with here. I hope they were aware of that.
That was just something I was wondering, because Orphea has been banned for the past few weeks because she was a new hero. For her place in the meta, I'm not sure. I know there was first there was this blow up build, but now it's not. That has been nerfed, and now overall, I think from what I can hear, she's in a pretty good spot. She has her own niches compared to other mages. So yeah, I'm curious to see how she will play out overall. We see immediately the ban on the Jaina, which has been a staple for Doki and especially strong on this map, in particular because of her amazing wave clear and camp clear.
Yeah, definitely she has some good clear overall. Garrosh being pulled off again. We will not see him in this game. Now the third ban coming out here, well, second one for Abusement Park, but third ban overall. Be interested to see what they pull out here. You know, it has been the Li Ming. They're actually going to ban out the Mal'Ganis, yeah. So a little bit of a respect ban there. Which maybe we may see the Li Ming. I'm assuming this is going to be a Kel'Thuzad ban again.
Yeah, we will see. I mean, Li Ming on this map, because it's so wave clear orientated, at least it has been, and I assume it's even more now. Li Ming hasn't had the highest of priority, so that's also why they might think they can slip it up here and go for the Jaina in this time.
Yeah, definitely good choice there on the Jaina ban. Now, it would be interesting to see if we see an Asmodean or a Nazebo come out here. Both benefits from the short rotation you have between top and mid here. So there's a good chance we may see that. Johanna picked up initially for Abusement Park says to me that they may be looking at one of those two heroes. Specifically, Asmo pairs really well with the Johanna here. We'll see what happens. 1-2 slot for Doki. I don't know what they grab here. I mean, I think if you want the Asmo, they need to grab it here. Because there's a solid chance that that may happen. But they're going to actually grab that Li Ming in a variant. So they are going full lockdown and kill you. Variant most likely will have that taunt. Li Ming just going to fire off a combo into it and hopefully kill you.
Yeah, so Li Ming, perfectly reasonable. It has been banned the previous 2 games. So definitely was a reason for it. Variant, I'm not so sure. Even if... Does he deserve that second spot here? Do you need him that badly? That's actually what I'm wondering here. And we see Kel'Thuzad and Zeratul come out. You talked already a little bit about Zeratul, which is of course very strong late game. Also has nice wave clear. Kel'Thuzad has great wave clear. Johanna has great wave clears. Overall, wave clear, superior. And Zeratul late game is scary.
Yeah, definitely could be a little scary here. Zeratul, once you hit 16, they kind of like just blow up whatever you want with Zera, especially Squishy Li Ming. She is going to have that ability to kind of jump away there and try to eat, protect some of that damage. Can move into a shield when she does use that ability. Malfurion being the ban here from the side of Doki.
We haven't seen him this whole series, but he deserves a ban here. So.
Yeah, and I think I agree. Malfurion is one of those supports that can kind of pre-heal the Zeratul before he goes in, similar to like a Tracer or something.
No, for sure.
So definitely a solid choice there to go ahead and pull it out. And Nubarak on the other side.
Yeah, so of course Nubarak also, his armor was increased with patch, a lot of armor changes, so making him a little bit more tanky even, and also the lockdown and just stun lock, taunt variant, and Li Ming that just is instant blow up, so they kind of didn't want that.
Tehran and Phoenix. So I like the Phoenix. First of all, you have the shielding, helps a lot against the Zeratul. So I'm 100% with that. Tehran, I'm a little torn. It does help with that lockdown blow up they're clearly going for with the variant Li Ming.
Especially, that's what I'm thinking here. You can follow up your E, and also with your trade you can also weaken the enemy. But especially then you have to lock down something like Kel'Thuzad or the Alexstrasza. So we see Alex and Blaze coming out. Blaze, Johanna, you don't blow them up that easily. Zeratul, of course, has his escape if you don't lock him down for the full duration from 100 to 0. Alex, on the other hand, is an interesting one, especially also on this map. I'm curious to see why they went for Alex.
Leo for the solo lane. Okay, so I feel like, this is what I feel like looking at this draft. I feel like this is a full commit into the, we want to kill you. Like, that is what this is we want to kill you, we're going to kill you if we catch you, so don't let us catch you or it's over. So you know, I'm torn. I really like this blow up comp from Doki Doki. Clearly, the Leeming being double banned the last 2 games was a target ban, but this map is so reliant on clearing waves, and we saw last game how soaking affected the game overall for Abusement Park, and I feel like the lack of wave clear may end up hurting Doki Doki here if they get even a little bit behind.
Yeah, no, definitely. Yeah, the wave clear on Abusement Park is just like every hero has great wave clear. Like Straza might not have the best wave clear but for support alongside Rhaegar, she actually has the better wave clear because of how her E works with the flames that she basically deals, and that deals bonus damage every time you hit it again. And then like Leoric, very understandable. It counters space pretty well, but still Entomb versus the bunker, you can deal with it. Also, Entomb prior to 20, Alex Raza can get out of it. Johanna doesn't care as much. Blaze can drop his bunker. Zertul can get out. So it's only Kel'Thas, so you really want to focus down the Kel'Thas here.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, that's true. Is Cyberhawk still banned? The skin?
Which
Kel'Thas Cyberhawk? I think it is.
I think this. Let me quickly check the rules if it will load. Cyberhawk Kel'Thas is indeed banned.
Okay. So guys, just a quick fill-in. So we have another banned skin, which isn't the end of the world. That's a quick reset. But somebody spilled their water, or their cat spilled their water. So
change it? No, it's still Cyberhawk.
It's not changed. It's on Cyberhawk still. Yeah. So we're gonna have to remake real quick here, guys. Again. Okay. Well, maybe.
Yep. So yeah, sorry for the delay. So bear with us as well. Quickly leave this one and set up another one. So yeah, we kind of know the drafts here. It's wave clear versus lockdown. We will see how this plays out on especially a map like Tomb, and also how Tomb in general will work out, because it's also a 3-lane objective, which means it can get quite some value still, because if you get all the front walls in every lane, that still gives you experience. If you get 1 fort down, the passive experience increase is not that great, but if you get like multiple forts down early on, this might overall over the course of like the game neck you quite an advantage, because your passive experience increases so much. So I'm definitely very curious how this will go, and let's not hope it's a snowball, because that's what Blizzard is trying to prevent here.
Yeah, that is what they're trying to prevent. I have to remember who goes to where, so bear with us, guys. Swap team, he swaps team, he stays there, he gets moved. Part of the fun is making sure everybody's on the right spot. He gets moved. He stays there. He's there. Okay. Right? Yeah, we're good. Okay. Alright, so the teams look right, so we're going to jump in to the hero select screen. The one thing that we hardly ever see. And we'll see what happens when this game starts up here, guys. Valp, we need you to ready too.
Yeah.
This realm needs me.
You see skin.
Yeah, I can't see. I only see the other team.
Double. So not only was it the first time I've had a banned skin, but we had it twice in the same match. We got one ready. We got the other readies. All right, guys, we're starting the game here again.
Yeah, with no banned skin this time. We see actually. So it doesn't matter. I mean, a skin is a skin, unless of course it's a banned skin. But I was asking like, where's my janitor? Just before the game started, and he went for like the space Leoric, but I think he actually changed it to janitor this time.
I don't know. We're going to find out as the teams jump in here, guys. Game number 3 starting off here between Doki Doki Hots Club and Team Abusement Park. Doki Doki and Abusement are tied up here. On the left-hand side, Doki Doki, we're going to have Unicorn Farts playing that Tehran, Quark on that Janitor Leoric, Kyros on that Varian, Proxius on Li Ming, and Jaman on the Phoenix here.
Yeah. And what's actually funny is like, because nothing is official by Blizzard, let's not talk about that whole mess. But I mean, Janitor Leoric is a very new skin, so does he have very different interactions? That's why skin gets banned, because their like animations are that different, or colors. I don't think he has it, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, definitely could affect things. That's usually what it has to do with visual effects. Yeah. Lots of the crabs too, for the side of Doki Doki here. And we kind of see the
people crawling and out a little in mid. We see Leo moving down to bot, getting XP there. Varian actually falls here.
Yeah, Varian the first to fall here. Leo down to the bottom, already starting off the soak down here. Swinging that mop away. Looking for the damage on to these minions. And the early rotation here from Abusement Park up between this 1-2 is great. They're on time. They're catching the wave when they need to, cleaning it very quickly here, picking up the gems and leaving. They'll probably turn as they go. Love to see Johanna try to disrupt this rotation from the side of Doki Doki here a little bit if possible.
Leo is mid though. Which means, no, he will be in time for the bot lane.
Just barely able to pick it up here. See Blaze actually able to make the rotation up here.
Yeah.
Looking for potential on the side. Gonna step forward. There's gonna be the stun.
Nice,
Tron.
big,
No, not
big
gonna
stun
connect
into the Kel'Thas, and Varian, especially pre-level 4. Well, he doesn't have his stun, is very vulnerable, and also doesn't do much himself.
Yeah, so a little back and forth in between the teams overall. Kel'Thas obviously looking for those globes at 6 so far. His team doing a great job picking those up for him. The only problem here is Johanna has most of these gems on her, which makes it difficult to turn in. Obviously, you usually want some sort of frontliner with you to get those turn-ins done. Poke here on the Kyros by Kel'Thas. Blind, Toronto Owl gonna connect. It's just a standard back and forth we normally see here.
Yep. Pretty even in XP, just a slight advantage for Abusement Park due to the wave clear. And also, of course, the one kill in Varian.
Yeah, but we do see the gem turn-in started early here for Doki Doki. I love the play by them. Usually you want to try to get these turned in as you go on the overall, looking to kind of just get those in. You don't want to risk losing them off a pick or two. Johanna especially would be great to see her try to get a turn in here onto this point if she's able to. Maybe have to go down to the bottom to get the turn in, honestly. Quark coming in the backside, looking to pick on Kel'Thas. There's the combo coming out, and that's a dead KT.
Yep, that's exactly the target they were looking for, and they have to look for it because it lacks an escape.
Yeah, he lacks an escape, he lacks any kind of peel. There's going to be the initial stun there by Rossi to stall out Kyros getting that turn in with those 19. Obviously not quite enough. Now they do officially have enough for a full turn in to get the first Webweaver phase. I'd really love to see them hold this off and not get the turn in until they have enough for a double phase. And try to really push out with this, especially considering changes. Kel'Thas! Not
again.
long for this world. Good thing he didn't go convection, because that would not be happening in this game. Trevor maybe in trouble here. Leo looking for the potential slow here.
He gets the slow, but he should have his escape. Yeah, he's fine.
Yeah, he's able to get away there, using that oil slick to kind of slow down the enemy team. Seven's just around the corner for both teams. They are sitting at 6.5 or so. A slight advantage for the side of Doki Doki.
So both teams, if they get the turn in, they are able to get a turn in. Blue team will get it though first. They pick up level 7, but like 2 minion waves. No, this top wave actually will get them also to level 7.
Yeah, level 7's picked up here for both teams. Looks like a potential gank here coming out. Kiro's sitting pretty far up, looking for a target here to taunt and get a pick on. Johanna not going to be that target, unfortunately. Just a wee bit too tanky, has that unstoppable, so we should see the wave pushed in here by the side of Doki Doki, looking for these towers potentially. Kel'Thuz's going to have to stay way far back, especially if that wall goes down.
Yep. So I think that's what they're looking for. Like, they have also a hero together with every web weaver, which means they will get the XP, and probably try to look at like front wall in every lane, which they might be able to get. In bots, Leo does already have it. Blaze is also very low, so he definitely has to look out. In middle, one tower still stands, and in top also the whole wall is gone. But even though they got almost all walls and had a web weaver, they only have not even a half a level lead of an advantage.
Well, that's the changes here you're seeing coming into play. Because all that XP is now in the minion waves and it's not gonna be in those front walls and those forts anymore. You know, it makes it a lot more difficult. That's why I said I really would love to see them hold for a double turn, and they're not quite gonna be there yet. A little poke here not gonna be enough, I don't think.
Yeah. No, it shouldn't be.
Zera sharking around, looking for the turn up top. Is going to get it in here. That will start the red web weaver phase here for the side of Abusement Park. Let's see what they do with this now. 10 is just around the corner for both these teams. Like you said, about a half level lead or so for the side of Doki Doki. So that may be enough just to buy them through this web weaver phase. If gems are picked up by Abusement Park during this though, and they play safe, they don't lose anybody, they should have enough for a double turn in. I think at the back-to-back, there may be enough pressure there to go ahead and get something done. And for the gauge on the Johanna, there's going to be an unstoppable coming out. Gravity Loss from Kel'Thuz's going to help peel for Joe. And she will walk away here.
Yeah, so both teams are, again, still pretty even in experience. Probably both teams will be around level 10. Web Weave itself won't do too much. In the middle, it basically did nothing. In the top, it gets the wall, and in bot it also is working on the wall, but probably won't get it because Leo is effectively trading against the Blaze there.
Yeah, and
So
this is
both
where
teams are
that
at level
double...
10.
Yeah, this is that double turn in that I was talking about, though. If it comes into play here, if they're able to get the salt, that would be great for them. Blaze is going to have to back, though. Get the full mana. Has not chosen an ult yet. I'm going to assume it's the bunker, considering you see the entomb on the other side.
Yeah, there's the bunker.
Attempted turn here. Gonna get stalled out by Johanna. Hero's looking for a target, not gonna be able to. Blaze coming in, looking for the Phoenix coming down. Tons of damage coming out in the area. J-Hound able to just barely escape there from that damage with the teleport out. Leo trying to walk away, looking for a reset here on this fight. Now it's gonna be cooldowns burned for both teams.
Yeah, but only, it's two heroics, it's Phoenix and the best shield that came out, and on the other side was Shadows to keep the team alive. A big taunt here on Blaze, but Alex pops her ultimate just in case. Big Void Prison goes down basically just as more of a safe tool, not really to set something up. Again, Phoenix barely makes it out. Blaze drops his bunker just in case. People get a little bit of the armor, but Blaze itself is too far out to get back into his bunker, and everyone is low. Johanna,
I think she gets out of this. That Kel'Thuz damage though on the back line, just spreading around the fire.
Yeah, the spreading of the bomb was pretty scary for them.
Zera going in, gets to pick on Quartz here. So you're making a 1-for-1. Blaze
a little bit
back
far
up.
out, trying to kill Kel'Thuz, and that actually ends up in his own death.
They're going to pick on the Unicorn Farts here. Gets slow. Zera going in, get the pick. That's going to be a 3-for-1 trade overall now off that. And they're not going to have quite enough to turn in here, but gems denied on the side of Doki Doki. They will have enough held on to buy that Phoenix. So Phoenix can solo turn to get this if he needs to. And I'm not sure. Honestly, I feel like the new play for 2 may be trying to get that double turn in. mostly because of the pressure it provides. I think these individual turn-ins, because you don't have that XP advantage from the structures anymore, is really not going to be the way to go unless you just need to get your lanes pushed out to try to come back in the game at some point. But even then, pushing those lanes out means you don't get XP. Blue is going to get the turn in here, so Phoenix able to get those gems turned in. We will see the spawn of the Web Weavers for Doki. Leo falls in the bottom, which will be one less person defending from these Web Weavers, or pushing with the Web Weavers. 4v5.
Yeah, so it's very curious, this map, because normally Deltas falls there. A nice, probably a nice taunt there by Varian into the combo.
Yeah, here's the problem though. Kel'Thas being dead, he's one of their main defenders of these pushes. Him not being available to help defend this is going to be big, and we will see this fort go down at a minimum. Blaze working on bottom, Zera on top.
Of course, it only hinders them in the long run, because for now this doesn't neck them experience. So as the game drags on, this will be a little bit. We see Alex actually popping a dragon to keep everyone alive. We see a nice Void Prison coming out, but is there a follow-up? There is the Phoenix, but there's the Shadow Stalk to get out. I think everyone is able to make it out. He's actually Blaze with a nice flank there, and he's able to pick off the Phoenix, and he chases Leoric, which just used his escape. So a stun and Johanna being there, Sarah also, they should be able to finish off Leoric.
So we did see the fort go down, and now we have a turn-in available for the side of Abusement Park.
I like this. Yeah, this is, and even also Blaze maybe looking at bot camp, because camps give you a significant chunk of experience, and as we can see, the team that actually got the Web Weavers in just now is actually behind by half a level.
Well, again, like I said, the big thing here is these single turn-ins, they don't do a lot for you. Yeah. Leo going to get the stall here initially onto this, but Rossi going to get the turn-in of the two.
Yeah. And especially because, normally you open up a middle, you even keep wall middles, potential late game win condition, but for now you are just behind in experience from doing that. That's not what we are used to.
Yeah, I'd love to see Abusement Park try to soak this as much as possible. We see Zera sitting up top with that Web Weaver. Obviously, middle's going to need to be cleaned up. That makes it a 4v5 though. Zeratul may have to rotate down. There's Phoenix out early. Blind from Johanna onto 4 members here is going to be good to help heal Leo. Taking a little bit of damage here on the front line. Trevor with a nice stun. Throwing the orbs.
But nice Shadow Stalk. He's able to get out.
Most ults still available. Leo
again
gonna mop away there, gets stunned on the end of it. There's the Entomb to split the team. The bathroom not enough though. Pushing the bottom, this will confirm this fort down here, which is gonna get the Catus pushing this lane for them, which is what they really are gonna be their goal here. Looks like they may be looking for more potentially even.
Yeah, they should be looking at 16 here, which they will get with some waves. Get about a level advantage, and again, like both teams had the same amount of Web Weaver phases, and experience is about a level ahead, which is mainly because there are 8 kills compared to 4, and probably more effective soaking due to the wave clear orientated comp that they are running. I don't know if you can show what the experience is, or that only the players can see this.
I can see it, and off of minions, they're actually only ahead by about 1,000 experience on the minions. Okay. Most of their experience is from the hero kills, up about 4,000 or so. Move back and forth. Obviously, just barely enough gems for a second turn in with that 16. Poke on a J-Helmet here. You send the Joe, Tonka to come out there, see the combo. Bunker comes out, not gonna be there in time. VP gonna be a little late. Rossi with the Dragon Queen coming in on the backhand side, trying to get some damage on the core.
Bunker, Phoenix. But I think they have to get out. While Zera is doing a lot of work, which he can do because he is post level 16, he is able to get back in, get the Tyrande, should have a Q up. Leo falls, and they actually get 2 kills there. Well, Johanna fell pretty early.
2 for 1. They do have enough to turn in here. Looks like they're going to try to turn. Kira's going to get the stall here initially.
Yeah, of course. He might be able to keep stalling. However, he has to go. We got 32 gems on him. Ultimate gets popped. Alex was more of like a saving tool. She didn't want Blaze to fall. That's 41 would be 41 gems lost. But he still isn't able to turn in here.
Great power brand maybe in trouble. There's going to be a taunt and Tomb on top of it. Johan with a nice blessed shield though to help heal for the team. There's going to be the kill on the Varian here, and that's going to definitely help them out here. Tremor does have enough to turn in. Engage on the court. Going to walk away with that mop. And he will make it out, but Phoenix will not. Zera getting the pick there, being chased down now.
But he should fall himself too. Yep.
Gravity Lapse combo. Not going to be enough to kill Unicorn Parts, but that did give them the time to get this. So they traded 2 for 1. They get the Web Weavers, and I think this is going to be a nice spot for them. They're able to push these waves up real quick, pick up some more gems, and maybe pick up top 4. If they can do that, that will definitely give them, again, catapult pressure. Not a lot, but just a little, and that opens up win condition with boss potentially later in the game.
It's like normally I would say at this point you get a Web Weaver, you're like 2 forts and fort wall out of it. Maybe you open up a keep wall. This might get you very close to 20, but with these changes, I'm not sure what the XP will be after this Web Weaver phase.
Yeah, now bottom lane does have a catapult, I believe, helping out that Web Weaver, which will help the push there. Fort up top, gonna get burned down here.
He has to look out here. He's pretty isolated. Nice body engaged by Blades, and they are just not able to get him.
Yeah, just quite
with a
not
nice
able
shadow
to.
stalk from Tiana.
A little far in there. Did use the walk to get in there. Gonna try to get out of this. There's Blaze with the stun follow.
Nice,
Phoenix with the salvo. We come out on multiple members here.
Fall. He does, and life binding keeps Blaze alive. Well,
oh, the VP.
Yeah, this should be able to be a dead.
Yeah, 1-2 quick kills there. Zeratul
Nice
with the Kel'Thas burst comboed. Gonna get a lot of work at top or bottom lane. They keep actually being pressured here by this Web Weaver. There's the 1 catapult there.
Yeah, and with a catapult like behind the Web Weaver, that's pretty strong interaction.
Yeah, definitely not gonna be enough to get it down, but that does open up the boss potential up top. We're gonna see Abusement Park going right for it here. They want to get this pick up. They want to push this lane. They want to get a keep down.
Yeah, it's also very free because of 2 reasons. One, they got 3 kills, and also the other team was responding to the pressure on their bottom keep, so they would never be able in time to be there. And also they will finally get that 20, so they are like 1.5 level ahead. So it definitely this Web Weaver was quite a big advantage here.
Yeah, definitely gonna help, and there is 1 catapult pushing with this already too, so that will help out for sure. Level 20 is being locked in on the side of the screen. You guys can see that also on the bottom, available for y'all. Kel'Thas stalled the flame strikes here. Gonna be able to sit even further back to get this off, which is great against this Varian. Jaman gonna take a lot of initial poke damage. The shield though holding for now.
They are fighting into level 20 talents, so keep this in mind. So they have to be very careful when they try to engage. Of course, Varian is looking if that Kel'Thas is overstepping, and if he can go with Blaze again. Next to nice stun is very low himself though. Phoenix gets off a salvo, Bunker is dropped, Dragon is down, Shadow Stalk gets popped. Basically most of the saving ults are down. Boss is on the core, but isn't able to get shields down.
Nice VT by Zeratul. Isn't affect the Entomb there. Salvo gonna come out. Stun though from Tremor. They're looking for the kill on the Phoenix. He's just able to get away. But Pork is not gonna fall here to that Zeratul. Let's see, gems lost. Meanwhile though, in the middle lane, we get some value from this camp pushing up here. Pressuring the core now. They need to get back. Tremor taking a lot of damage. The body blocks are real. And Tremor will actually fall here, losing 12 gems, I believe it was.
One reset.
Johanna trying to get out. Alex not going to have the life binder available. We'll have the heal though.
But now Alex has to look out herself. Johanna taunt. Level 20 proc, but she will still fall.
She's just buying time for now.
Yeah.
She did what she could.
So-
She bought some time. Core did not take any damage on either side. Knights will get stolen away, and level 20 finally here for Doki Doki. It is anyone's game still. They have a small advantage, but there's pressure on top lane and bottom.
Yeah. So that's for sure. There's like one catapult won't do too much. But I was like a little bit surprised, but probably like Camp and the catapult, they were able to get that mid keep during all the fighting up over the top keep of Doki. That was pretty surprising to me. And with this Camp, they might be trying to see if they can push this in, but I don't think they will be. Especially with Li Ming defending on their own core. Oh, they find a nice entomb though. And Taunt, but Lifebinder is able to save Johanna for now. And then nice VP to try to turn it around, but again, this
Zara desperately trying to get killed onto Jama and not able to do it. There's finally the kill, but unfortunately it's onto the Zara. Leo picking that one up.
Yeah.
Jama has shields holding out here. Trevor trying to walk away, maybe in trouble. Quark looking for the pick. Is not going to get it. Both cores exposed. Battles on core in the bottom lane. There's an engage.
Big engage.
Maybe he's gonna fall here. So will Varian. Kelhos though goes down. So it's gonna be 2-for-1 trade so far in this fight. There's the kill on the course here. A lot of gems dropped for the side of Doki Doki. Wait, a nice stun.
The question is who's going to fall. It should be Tyrande and...
Jaman might make it out of this. Maybe.
No, he won't.
No, he will not. Gonna have to reset real quick here, guys.
I think
camera fun.
So, yeah, yeah. So I mean, like initially, Sarah was pressuring Jamon so much, and Jamon being able to stay alive on their initial core push was amazing. But then, as the fight got like prolonged, even with Sarah death, they were able to get some kills, and they were like trading pretty evenly. Due to Alex Dragon, they were able to come out on top, and then they were able to eventually even get like a full team wipe. I think Jamon could have saved himself by not trying too hard in that push, but just walking further, just walking down, and then eventually somewhere in the bottom lane trying too hard. But still, I don't think it makes too much of a difference because we don't see them immediately going for core. We see them just safely pressuring all lanes just so they can do one final core push afterwards.
Well, I think the problem is they do not have a lot of core race potential, quote unquote.
Yeah, no, it's very true.
You know, Phoenix is able to burn down a core fairly well overall, but they don't really have that. Their damage is pretty much all Kel'Thas and Zeratul. They're going to go ahead and dump in 30 on Tremor. I think that's a great idea. Just dump those off. You don't want to deal with them. Boss is open, so they could try to force something over that. Catapult's pressuring up the middle, and top lanes here kind of split the attention of Doki Doki.
Yeah, so that's what I'm wondering. Doki is here top because they are faring boss, and of course top lane is also exposed, but then bottom there are 3 catapults, but because of their own catapults, they aren't doing too much. So probably they will both be staying like hovering around the boss, around turn in, and see what they can do.
Yeah, a little back and forth here. Still a 2-level lead. Not that it really matters at this point. It's just XP at this point. I don't think we're going to make it to 30. That would be a little interesting. But, yeah, Li Ming with a nice knockback on the Tremor. Looking for the combo. Barely connects with that orb, but not going to do enough damage to get anything done. Quark going forward here, looking for that Entomb. Does have the silence, so if he can catch multiple members, that would be good. Definitely needs to catch Zera.
For the engage, that's interesting.
They don't know Zera's on the back line. He was sitting still, so he's completely invisible. Unicorn Farts maybe in trouble here. Getting revealed, Zera going in. Miss is the Vorpal. VP gonna come down on the 1. Gravity Lapse just a little late there. Or a little early. Nice stun from Blaze on the front line.
Kel'Thas dropping everything, and Tomb is down on Johanna, immediately followed up. Alex is able to get off her heals on her, which is a huge life binder. We see pressure on Jaman, which should fall momentarily here, and with that, alongside Leoric, it's a 2-for-0 trade, and Tyrande will fall here also momentarily.
Yeah, that should call for the end of the game here. That is going to be 3 kills long death tires. Li Ming will be able to hearth back and help defend, but we're already seeing the catapults pressuring here. Li Ming going to clean up the top two, but still, there's already two on the bottom. A third one coming. Zara going to go in on Li Ming. Look for a little damage here. Phoenix can come out from Tailtoss just to help zone off, clean up those waves, and the core will start to fall now. Down to 66% already and going fast. Team trying to do work. Nice and tuned by Leo onto two.
Nice.
Unfortunately, not getting enough. Great power band may fall here.
But still 20%. It should be easy. Yep. And whew. So it is actually
Abusement Park taking it home.
Yeah.
With the 2-1. And I'm impressed. They did a great job here overall. Held on really, really well, and kind of it was definitely an even game. I didn't feel like at any point one team was just so far ahead. I definitely think the key there was for both teams was not having that double turn-in available to them. I think that definitely would have helped either team out, like we talked about multiple times because of the XP changes there. But you do notice the XP soak numbers are a lot higher than normal for most games because that's something you have to be soaking these waves now. Kelthos putting out 104,000 hero damage, definitely doing work there overall. Zeratul not nearly as much hero damage, but definitely getting the pick. 7 kills that he was responsible directly for the last hit, 11 more that he was a part of. So definitely did work for his team overall. Quick look at the talents for you guys. For anyone curious, you guys can always watch that in the VOD a little bit later. But that's it for us, guys. There should be another game going on Bahamut's channel. So we're going to get you guys over there as soon as possible. I'm just double checking to make sure he is live.
We want to do a winner's interview. I'm not sure if you're or they are up to it.
I think, let me see if he is live or not. He is not live, so we definitely can do one. That's not an issue. If you want to shoot him an invite.
Let's see. Let me see which team this is.
It was Abusement Park, so...
Ortic, right?
Yeah, let's see. Yeah, guys, we'll check real quick, see if they want to do a quick interview here. And if not, we'll wrap it up, because I think that is... I'm double checking, but I think that was the last game for tonight, because I believe Bahamut's already done with his second match.
Yeah.
I think. Really? No, his match doesn't start for another 10 minutes. That's what it is.
Yeah, let's go. Yeah.
So yes, we'll do an interview, and then we'll get you guys right over to a fresh game. So what's can be better than that? Going right to a fresh game off of this one.
Okay, let's go to interview.
All right.
So just waiting for our winners to show up, and very curious to how they experience the series, but also especially these last two matches with how this might have been different for them as an experience with the XP changes.
Yeah, definitely for sure. I want to talk to them about that. We do have what looks to be the tank here for Abusement Park. How are you doing tonight, man?
Pretty good. How are you guys doing?
Pretty good. Looks like you guys survived. You ended up pulling out the win with the 2-1 here in the overall. You guys are all happy, I'm assuming. Win is always good.
Last game was a bit sketchy, but we pulled it out at the end there.
Yeah, definitely able to squeeze it out in the end. So let's roll it back here. Let's start off Towers of Doom. Interesting match. The draft overall, I feel like was pretty standard. One thing we didn't know is you guys banned Li Ming twice. Is that something you guys did on purpose, I'm assuming?
Yeah, we saw one of their players had level 130 Li Ming, so we wanted to take it away. She's pretty good on that map.
Yeah, definitely. I think that was a solid choice overall. If you know if you can target ban something, that's never a bad thing. A lot of back and forth there. You guys did have the very early lead on that, and they kind of got held back a bit there at the end. And I saw a part of a comeback from Doki Doki. What was going on with that? I mean, obviously you guys just needed to control. I know at one point they kind of had you guys held bottom lane, and boss was up. Did you guys debate on making the rotation up there and just giving bottom earlier, or were you guys just trying to hold it for a double altar?
We had them down to 4 shots, so we messed up on a couple picks that we tried to make, and their team just rotated very well, and we got punished for it. So we had them at 4, so we decided just to try to take it back easy, and we got unlucky with the altar spawning. I think 3 in a row were single altars. We were hoping for a double altar, and then we finally got our double altar at the end there, and we're able to take one away.
Yeah, you were able to sneak it away. Falp, any questions on game 1 for Eds?
No, I think especially Towers is an unchanged map. So, and of course, I think you guys executed like the early to mid game very well. And as you mentioned, you got them down to 4. And at that point, you knew that you would eventually get the win condition before they would be able to pressure you too much if you didn't give up the map control too much. And you controlled it pretty well, held out to altar phase, and you nailed it. So that was well done.
Thanks.
Yeah, and then looking at game 2, Volskaya. Now, obviously, this map is going to have the changes in it is for XP compared to Tower, so it was a little different for you guys. What were your thoughts on that game overall going in? With these XP changes, did you guys have a plan in mind, or just want to try to hold it off like a standard, Volskaya game, what we would have had on the last patch?
In terms of the XP changes, we kind of were just playing as normal because it was only out today. So we didn't all have a ton of time to experiment. We knew we wanted to be hard on the mercs because the XP there is good. Going into the game, we made a colossal mistake, though. The plan was to either let Garrosh or Mal'Ganis through and then first pick it, but our sub locked in Medivh, and the Mal'Ganis went away. And that cost us dearly because he was extremely hard to kill in any of the team fights. In the last team fight, we picked off their healer right away, and then no one else died because of all the self-sustain on everybody else. Mal'Ganis was a huge problem with that.
Yeah, definitely. And Genji also, you guys had some nice dives with the Genji, so definitely got some value there overall on that map. And then game 3, the one you guys just played, Tomb, where you guys ended up taking it home with the win. Overall, I really liked the draft you guys had there. You guys clearly let the Li Ming through, and the draft was just something, you mentioned you had target banned out kind of the first 2 games. Were you guys worried, obviously, because it's a little more wave clear oriented map, not as much team fight per se? Were you guys concerned about the Li Ming getting picked up potentially, or were you guys just, not worried?
We thought Jaina was the bigger threat on this map because her wave clear is stronger. We were banking on a Li Ming pick, because we felt we could deal with it better than the Jaina. Her wave clear is not as targeted as the Jaina is, so we gave up one mage for the other.
Definitely a great drafting decision there for you guys, and it did work out in your favor. And you guys took Zeratul, obviously able to take care of that backline fairly well, put a lot of pressure on that Tyrande and that Li Ming overall, and the Phoenix. Phoenix almost died in that last fight there, and then was able to sneak away. With that extra shielding talent, just barely sneaking out there, and eventually you guys did get him off overall. Val, any questions on game 3?
Yeah, so of course, like everyone has played Tomb so much, and it's still a wave clear oriented map. But did you feel that it was different when you got web weaver phases? As we as casters, what we noticed was that the web weavers, especially just single web weaver phases, they just didn't have that much impact. And like at one time, I think Doki had like web weaver phase, and after web weaver phase, they actually came out with like half a level disadvantage in XP lead. So how was that for you playing the game? Did you notice this, or didn't you really notice it because of like all the hype of the game itself?
The web weavers definitely seemed to not do as much or be less effective. Part of it from our perspective, though, was we were split soaking when the enemy had the web weavers, because we were down after Kale got picked twice on some nice Varian Terran follow-ups. So we just wanted to keep the experience where it was. We knew losing a fort isn't as punishing now, but we didn't seem to lose any on, I don't know if it was the first 2 web weavers or just the first one. The first web weaver didn't seem like it did quite a whole lot. I was able to do full clear mid by myself, and my 3-man team dealt with their heavy push.
Yeah, you guys definitely were able to hold it off there and soak pretty well overall. Now, you guys have a game coming up versus Team Muted. You guys have something planned for that, or you still you wanted to get through one at a time and then start prepping for the next one?
Just found out about it from you now. I am not on top of that, so we don't have anything planned yet. We'll probably do some scrims and see
especially
what
with these changes to XP. Some of your more maybe preferred maps may play out a little bit different now. Of course, every map is affected in a different form. So I think that definitely will also get some time. And maybe, I don't know if you as a tank like to play Stitches or try him out how the new Stitches is.
Yeah, I tried him out in a match earlier today just to see what was up. All of his talents look pickable. Well, not pickable. Most of them seem interesting and good, and there's different builds to go now, which is nice. And he seems a lot more tanky. The only build I've played so far was the Devour questing and stacking, and he seems a lot more survivability just on his own. So the hook range threw me off a couple times, though. You don't expect it when you throw out those first couple hooks, and you're like, oh, that didn't go anywhere. But I'm excited for the Stitches changes.
Cool.
All right. Well, any shout-outs, man, you want to do before we let you go?
Thanks to the league for organizing the games. Thanks for my teammates. And hope everyone has fun playing HOTS.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us for the interview. Congratulations, and good luck on the rest of your season.
All right, thanks.
All right, guys, so that's going to be it for us tonight. Philip, thank you for joining me. Always a pleasure to have you on stream.
It was a pleasure casting with you.
Yeah, always a pleasure. I know you're normally EU, but chilling over in the US currently, so hopping on a few games here.
Yeah, it's also a few.
Anywhere people can find you?
Yeah, so basically, again, if you follow the Heroes launch and keep up with it, I try to co-cast most of these matches. Like, I want to cast by myself, but then I need a new setup because currently I'm unavailable to do this. This week, I'm looking to cast maybe 1 or 2 more NA matches, because next week I will be going back to EU, so we'll primarily be casting over there then. So that's definitely where you will find me.
All right. Well, thanks for hanging. Guys, I am one Magma fan. Thank you for hanging out with us tonight. We should have another game here Thursday, I believe. I'm not 100% on that, but keep an eye on Twitter to confirm. Actually, I can check right now. Yes, we do have one. 8 p.m. Eastern. Thursday, we have a game. So definitely stop by for that. Should be a good time overall. Maybe Philip will join us, maybe not. I'm not sure. We will see what happens. But thank you guys for hanging out. Up above is the follow button. You can press it if you want. Not required, but always appreciated. Hang tight. We're going to get you guys over to Bahamut for his match. That is going to be the Tilted 49ers versus Montreal Style. So hang tight for that. We'll get you guys right over there. And if we don't see you later this week, we'll see you in the Nexus. Have a wonderful, wonderful night.
Take me away from home. Show me all the places I've never known. And we'll change.